Hi there, welcome back to Kelly Martin Speaks. I'm going to talk in this video about Christmas. Now, I know it's September and I'm aware that we don't have to think about it right now, and I'm someone who deeply doesn't want to think about it very much. Now, I noticed that in the shops in the UK that they were selling Christmas cards in August. And it starts really early, and it seems to be starting earlier every year. And last week I spent 7 days in Newcastle and a day in Leeds. And I looked in the shops and I watched in the shops, and then I realised how busy and commercial and freakishly disturbing it is to me, Christmas commercialism. And I'm not going to play anymore. I'm just not going to play. Even if I had the resources to spend a lot of money on friends and family right now, I'm not going to do it. I just realised it's so much pressure for something that means nothing to most people anymore. Christmas seems to mean to most people getting drunk, overindulging, spending lots of money, eating lots of food, and that's it. Now, I'm not Christian, and I know a lot of people watching this may be, and you may have a deeply religious and spiritual Christmas. Now, I am spiritual in that I believe Christmas is not about presents. It's not about the commercial side, and it's not about the food and drink and all that. It's about the season to me and what it represents. And I guess the commercial side of Christmas has just taken it away, the joy of the season, of the dark, of the light, of the sparkle, of the green earth, and of the magic, and of the connection and the heart and the love. I spent a lot of money on family in the past, and I've loved giving gifts. I do like giving gifts, but I'm aware that it's so easy to go out and purchase something, and it means far less than making it. And I realise there's so many shoulds in Christmas now. I realise that so many people, including me in the past, believe we should give a certain amount of presents, a certain amount, and we should overindulge, and we should spend more than we did last year and get one up on our neighbours or family. I'm going to spend more on you than last year. You've got to spend more on me, and oh, yada yada yada. And then you've got to spend £50, £100, £200. I know people who spend thousands of pounds. You know, I know somebody who spends £3,000 on her grandchildren every year. And she complains every year, oh dear me, I've got to spend £3,000. Oh, it's so stressful. And we say to her, why do you do it? What is the joy? I mean, you only give when you feel the love in your heart to give. And I was thinking about Christmas cards. I'm only sending a few out this year, and I normally make them, but I may not have the tools to do that this year, so I may just send out a few. But in the past, I've received Christmas cards from people, and I know for a fact they're sending me Christmas cards out of duty. It's almost like people believe they must do this. There's people that have lists of friends and family that they send to each year, and they never see the friends and family, ever. Yet they send the card dutifully. And most of them haven't even got a personal message on. And I know I always go out my way to put a personal message on for each person. And when you just sign from sender, it's nothing, it's meaningless. What a waste of card, a waste of paper. And if you're watching this and thinking of doing this to me, please don't. I'd rather not receive it. I'd rather, get nothing, or send me a biscuit or a piece of cake, or anything that's more meaningful, something that's useful, that's not just going to be wasteful. Don't waste just because it's Christmas. This year, I'm so happy. I am not going Christmas shopping. I am so excited. I am becoming more and more my authentic self, And I don't care what anybody else thinks. In the past, I felt really guilty and really bad if I hadn't got presents, if I hadn't given gifts for people's birthdays and Christmas. And there's no should in love. And, if people can't accept my love and they want things and stuff for me to show my love, well, that's not my problem and that's not my responsibility anymore. So this year, I am making presents for all my favourite family and friends. I'm doing art, and for my friend Sharon, I'm going to make her some oat cakes and wrap them in ribbon. And I would make biscuits and cakes for family if I could, but they might go off by the time they get there. And that's all I'm doing. How much of a relief is that? I tell you, if you feel you have to do things for your family, and you should, and they're going to kick up a fuss if you don't, get real. Tell them you're having a frugal Christmas, or you're not buying anything. There's a website, I'll put it on this link or on this video somewhere, called what is it called? Don't buy anything for Christmas or something. And it's a great long list of things you can do instead. If you haven't got the money during this recession, say to your family, right, I want you to give me something that you really cherish or love. It could be a foot massage. You could cook them something. Give them a hug. Make them a video or a mixtape, or there's countless things you can do that don't cost money. And if people don't like it, then that's their problem, it's not yours. And that's what I'm doing. So how do you feel about not spending at Christmas, having a non-commercial Christmas? Can you do it? Do you reckon you could actually do it without feeling guilty? Because to me it's about sharing your heart and your connection. And I'll probably, instead of celebrating Christmas, I'll be celebrating the winter solstice, the changing of the seasons. It'll be Yuletide for me, and I'm going to bring some greenery into the flat, and I'm not going to put any lights up this year. I'm going to get a few candles and light my candles. I may put my Christmas tree up, I may not, but I'm going to not go Christmas shopping. It's manic, it's crazy. People get stressed for what? One day. And then they spend so much, they go topple over their credit card limits, their overdrafts, they get loans. And then next year, they're paying for it, working in a job that they hate. What's the friggin' point, I tell you? Why bother? Don't do it! If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Now, if you have the resources and you want to do it, do it. But do it because it feels good. And the gifts that you buy, make sure they're useful and make sure the people actually want them. Not because you think they need them. Do it because they want them, you know them. And if you don't know them, ask them what they like. Ask them to give you a list and you can surprise them out of that list. But don't just buy for the sake of buying. It's really, really just soul destroying. You know, do it if you feel good. And remember that person, you know, will love and appreciate receiving what comes from your heart. Write them a poem, a story, a cartoon. If you're not creative, just sing them a song. You know, anything. Do it differently. So how are you celebrating Christmas this year? What are your plans? Are you visiting relatives you don't like? Don't do it. Are you having a Christmas meal with people you don't like? You invite them around out of duty? Don't do it. Why are you doing it? For God's sake, say no. Be your authentic self. You'll feel much better. You may feel guilty in the beginning, but you'll learn differently over time. That it feels so much freer to be yourself. And that is my Christmas bulletin. Woo! And I'll speak to you all soon, and have a wonderful autumn equinox tomorrow. And I hope you enjoy whatever season or Christmas you like. Bye for now.